You've spent money on it. You've tried different plants, different mats, different lanterns, and your small front porch still looks wrong. Not ugly, not cheap, just unresolved. And the reason nobody ever fixes it has nothing to do with what you've been buying. This video is for anyone whose small front porch never quite looks the way it should, no matter what they try. UK terraced house, narrow apartment entrance, or compact USA front stoop. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what's going wrong and how to finally fix it. Real, practical small porch ideas for 2026. Let's talk about the mistake. That's quietly keeping the curb appeal of most small porches permanently below where it should be. Most small porch owners decorate the same way. Something catches their eye at a garden center or a home store. A new lantern, a seasonal wreath, a set of matching planters. They bring it home. They add it to the porch, and for about 3 days it feels like progress. Then it settles in with everything else. And the porch looks exactly the same as it did before, just with one more thing on it. That's the cycle. And most homeowners stay in it for years without ever identifying why it never works. The number one small porch mistake that nobody ever fixes is decorating without a design identity, not a wrong color choice, not a bad material decision. The absence of any single unifying direction before the first purchase is ever made. Most small porches aren't decorated. They're accumulated, one element at a time, each one perfectly reasonable on its own. But together, they create a visual confusion that no amount of additional decorating ever resolves. Think about the small porches that genuinely stop you when you're walking past them. The ones that make a narrow terraced entrance or a tiny front stoop look intentional and premium. They're not expensive. They're not large. But every single element is speaking the same visual language. The door color echoes the planter tone. The matte material connects to the wall texture. The lighting finish matches the door hardware. Nothing is fighting anything else. Everything belongs. That coherence, that sense that every element was chosen for the same reason is what a design identity looks like in practice. And it's the one decision most small porch owners never make, because nobody ever told them it was the most important step. We're covering that right now. Once you understand the core mistake, decorating without a design, identity, everything else starts to make sense. Because that missing identity shows up in 4 very specific ways on almost every small porch in the UK and USA, and each one quietly reinforces the problem without ever being identified as part of it. The first is mismatched materials. Walk onto your small front porch right now and count how many different surface materials and finishes you can see simultaneously. A black plastic lantern, a terracotta pot, a synthetic doormat, a chrome door handle, a wooden planter box. Each one was chosen because it looked nice in isolation. But together, they're speaking 4 different design languages at the same time. And your brain registers that conflict as visual noise even when you can't name it. The fix isn't replacing everything. The fix is choosing one material family and letting it lead every future decision. The second hidden layer is wrong proportions. Most small porch owners choose decor elements that are too small for the space, thinking smaller items will feel less crowded. The opposite is always true. 2 correctly proportioned planters look intentional. 6 small ones look chaotic. Scale your elements to the space, not away from it. Before we go further, here's one practical tip worth acting on before you spend another penny on your porch. Write down 3 words that describe exactly how you want your entrance to feel. Warm, considered, welcoming, or clean, modern, confident, or calm, organic, natural. Then measure every single item on your porch against those 3 words. Anything that doesn't serve all 3 words doesn't belong there. This 3-word identity test is the decision every beautifully designed small porch is built on, and it costs nothing. The third hidden layer is seasonal resetting. Most small porches never build a lasting identity because they get completely redecorated every few months. Spring wreath, summer flowers, autumn pumpkins, Christmas lights. Each seasonal change resets the porch back to 0 and prevents any coherent identity from ever taking hold. The fix is building a permanent base identity first. then adding one seasonal accent that serves it rather than replacing it entirely. And the fourth hidden layer is the one almost nobody considers. It completely changes how your small porch relates to the house it belongs to. We're getting to it right now. The fourth hidden layer, the one almost nobody considers, is ignoring the architectural character of the house itself when choosing porch. Decor. Most small porch owners treat their entrance as a separate decorating project. They choose elements they like, without asking whether those elements connect to the house behind them. A sleek modern lantern on a warm Victorian terrace, rustic wooden accessories on a clean contemporary new build. The porch and the house are speaking completely different languages. And that disconnect is one of the most common reasons a small front entrance never looks quite right, regardless of how much effort goes into it. The fix is simple. Before choosing anything for your porch, and look at your house. What is it made of? What period is it from? What are its dominant materials and lines? Then let those answers guide every single porch decision. Warm brick Victorian property, echo the warmth. Clean render modern home, reflect the precision. The connection between house and porch is what creates the coherent, premium first impression most small porches are permanently missing. Now the actual transformation ideas. None of them require significant spending. The first transformation idea is committing to one material palette. Before buying anything else, choose 2 materials maximum. 1 dominant, 1 accent. Every element on your porch uses one of those 2 materials only. The visual calm this creates is immediate and dramatic. The second transformation idea is choosing one hero element and editing everything else around it. A bold statement door color. A beautifully proportioned wall lantern. A single tall architectural planter. One hero, everything else supports it quietly. This is the principle every premium small porch is built on. The third transformation idea is using vertical space deliberately. Mount elements on the wall. Use tall, slim planters. Train a climbing plant up a trellis. Every vertical element draws the eye upward and makes the compact entrance feel significantly taller and more intentional, without consuming a single inch of floor space. The fourth transformation idea is treating warm lighting as a design element rather than a functional necessity. One slim matte black wall lantern with a warm amber bulb transforms any small porch atmosphere after dark more dramatically than any daytime decorating decision ever could. Knowing what to fix is one thing. Knowing what direction to move toward is another. And small front porch design in 2026 is moving somewhere genuinely worth following. Let's start with deep, bold statement door colors. In a small porch, a bold, confident door color does more design work per square inch than any other single element available to you. Deep olive green, rich navy, deep charcoal. These colors create an immediate design identity for the entire entrance before a visitor has even reached the step. They photograph beautifully in every season, and they work equally well on UK terraced houses, Victorian semis, and USA suburban properties. A bold door color costs the same as a neutral one. The visual return is incomparable. Next is slim, matte black architectural lighting as the hardware anchor of every well-designed small porch in 2026. A single slim, matte black wall lantern positioned deliberately beside the door immediately elevates any compact entrance from decorated to designed. The matte black finish creates a precise, contemporary anchor that works against every wall material and every door color. And a warm amber bulb inside transforms the entire entrance atmosphere after dark. Then there are natural, organic materials replacing the synthetic seasonal approach. Terracotta planters, natural coir matting, dried botanical wreaths, raw stone accessories. These warm, organic materials create a timeless, considered identity that stays current across all 4 seasons without ever needing to be replaced or reset. And finally, integrated storage elements, treating every inch of the small footprint as both a design and practical opportunity. A slim built-in bench with closed storage below. A wall-mounted shelf at eye level. These elements serve the design identity and the practical reality of a working front entrance simultaneously. That combination is what separates a beautiful, Small porch from one that's merely styled. Your small porch doesn't need more things. It needs one clear identity. 3 words. One hero element. One material palette. What are your 3 words going to be? Drop them in the comments and subscribe to Home Decor for more.